is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. But how many of us truly understand the power that lies within our faith? How many of us are tapping into this incredible force that can move mountains, change destinies, and reshape our world? Today, I want to challenge you. I want to push you beyond your comfort zone. I want to ignite a fire in your soul that will burn so bright, it will illuminate the path to your greatest potential. Are you ready? Are you prepared to maximize your faith? You see, faith is not just a religious concept. It's not just something we talk about in church or read about in holy books. Faith is a living, breathing force that exists within each and every one of us. It's the power that turns dreams into reality, that transforms the impossible into the possible. Most were true. Most people are living with minimized faith. They're settling for crumbs when there's a feast waiting for them. They're walking when they could be flying. They're whispering when they could be shouting from the rooftops. Why? Because they haven't learned to maximize their faith. Maximizing your faith is about unleashing the full potential of what you believe. It's about stepping out of the boat and walking on water. It's about facing your giants with a slingshot and 5 smooth stones. It's about standing at the Red Sea, staff in hand, and commanding the waters to part. But how do we do this? How do we take our faith from a mustard seed to a mighty? First, we must understand that faith is a muscle. Like any muscle in your body, it grows stronger with exercise. The more you use it, the more powerful it becomes. But if you leave it dormant, it atrophies. It weakens. It becomes useless. So I challenge you today. Exercise your faith. Step out into the unknown. Take risks. Dream big. Believe in the impossible. When you do this, you're giving your faith a workout. You're strengthening it, expanding it, maximizing it. Finally, we must feed our faith. Just as your body needs nourishment to grow and thrive, so does your faith. What are you feeding your faith? Are you surrounding yourself with negativity, doubt, and fear? Or are you nourishing it with positivity, encouragement, and truth? You know, faith is hungry. It's crying out for sustenance. Feed it with books that inspire you. Feed it with conversations that uplift you. Feed it with thoughts that empower you. When you do this, you're fueling your faith for greatness. Thirdly, we must focus our faith. Faith without direction is like a powerful car without a steering wheel. It has all the potential in the world, but it's going nowhere fast. What are you aiming your faith at? What mountains are you trying to move? What seas are you trying to part? Focus your faith on your purpose. Direct it towards your goals. Aim it at your dreams. When you do this, you're channeling the power of your faith towards something specific. You're maximizing its impact. Now, let me tell you a story. Back in my day, I met a young man named David. David was a talented musician, but he was stuck playing in small bars and clubs. He had dreams of performing on big stages, of touching lives with his music, but he was paralyzed by fear and self-doubt. I asked David, "What's holding you back?" He replied, "I don't have the connections. I don't have the money. I don't have the luck." I looked him in the eye and said, "David, what you lack isn't connections, money, or luck. What you lack is maximized faith." I challenged David to start exercising his faith, to audition for bigger venues, even if he felt unqualified, to write songs that expressed his deepest truths, even if he feared rejection, to believe in his talent, even when others doubted. I encouraged him to feed his faith, to surround himself with people who believed in him, to fill his mind with stories of other musicians who had overcome obstacles, to speak words of affirmation over his life and his career. And I urged him to focus his faith, to set clear goals for his music, to visualize himself on those big stages, to direct all his energy and belief towards making his dream a reality. Well, you know what happened? David's life transformed, not overnight, but steadily, surely, powerfully. He started landing bigger gigs. His music began to reach more people. His confidence grew. His talent flourished. 3, David performs in large venues across the country. His music touches thousands of lives. He's living his dream. Why? Here's the thing. David's story is unique. It's not reserved for our chosen few. It's available to every single person listening to me right now. Yes, you. You have the same power within you. You have faith that can move mountains, part seas, and transform lives. Are you maximizing it? Let me ask you, have you given up on? What goals have you shelved? What passions have you buried? It's time to dust them off. It's time to breathe life back into them. It's time to maximize your faith and watch those dreams become reality. Number one, when you start to maximize your faith, you'll face opposition. You'll encounter doubters. You'll meet resistance. This is good news. Opposition is a sign that you're moving in the right direction. Doubters are a confirmation that you're thinking bigger than average. Resistance is proof that you're pushing beyond the status quo. Remember, every great achievement in history was once considered impossible. The airplane was impossible until the Wright brothers maximized their faith. The light bulb was impossible until Thomas Edison maximized his faith. Civil rights were impossible until Martin Luther King Jr. maximized his faith. What's your impossible? What's the dream that seems so big, so audacious, so out of reach that you've been afraid to even whisper it? Now let's talk about fear. Fear is faith's biggest enemy. Fear will tell you that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not talented enough. Fear will remind you of all your past failures and disappointments. Fear will paint vivid pictures of everything that could go wrong. This is what fear doesn't want you to lie. Fear is false evidence appearing real. It's an illusion designed to keep you small, to keep you safe, to keep you from maximizing your faith. How do we overcome fear? By maximizing our faith. When fear says you can't, faith says I can do all things. When fear says you'll fail, faith says I am more than a conqueror. When fear says it's impossible, faith says with God all things are possible. You see, maximized faith doesn't deny the existence of giants. It doesn't pretend the Red Sea isn't there. It doesn't ignore the storm. Instead, maximized faith faces these challenges head on, armed with the unshakable belief that victory is not just possible, it's inevitable. Let me share another principle with you. Maximized faith requires action. Faith without works is dead. You can believe all day long, but if you don't act on that belief, nothing will change. Your faith must have feet. If you believe you can start a successful business, you need to write that business plan. If you believe you can repair that broken relationship, you need to make that phone call. If you believe you can make a difference in your community, you need to get out there and serve. Action activates faith. It sets in motion the spiritual laws of the universe. It opens doors that were previously closed. It attracts resources, people, and opportunities that align with your faith. And here's the beautiful thing. You don't need to see the entire staircase to take the first step. Maximized faith is about taking that step, even when you can't see where it leads. It's about stepping out of the boat, even when the waves are crashing around you. It's about marching around the walls of Jericho, even when they seem impenetrable. Now let's talk about persistence. Maximized faith is persistent faith. It doesn't give up at the first sign of difficulty. It doesn't retreat when things get tough. It doesn't lose heart when results aren't immediate. Remember, the walls of Jericho didn't fall on the first day. Or the second or the third. They fell on the seventh day. What if the Israelites had given up on day 6? What if they had said, this isn't working, let's try something else? They would have missed their miracle. Maximized faith keeps going when everything else says stop. It keeps believing when everyone else has lost hope. It keeps pushing when all strength is gone. Think about a woman in labor. The pain is intense. The process is difficult, but she persists. Why? Because she has faith that at the end of her labor, new life will emerge. Your dream, your goal, your vision is that new life. The challenges you face are the labor pains. Persist through them. Your miracle is on the other side. I must address something important. Maximize faith is not blind faith. It's not about denying reality or ignoring facts. Instead, it's about seeing a reality that others can't see yet. It's about recognizing that facts are not final, that circumstances can change, that the impossible can become possible. Maximize faith looks at a seed and sees a forest. It looks at a caterpillar and sees a butterfly. It looks at a rough stone and sees a polished diamond. It sees not just what is, but what can be. This kind of faith requires vision. You must be able to see your desired future so clearly that it becomes more real to you than your present circumstances. This is what the great leaders and visionaries of history did. This sort of future didn't exist yet. And their maximized faith brought that future into reality. So I ask, what future are you seeing? What vision are you holding in your mind's eye? Is it big enough? Is it bold enough? Is it worthy of your maximized faith? If not, it's time to expand your vision. It's time to dream bigger. It's time to let your imagination run wild with the possibilities of what could be if you truly maximized your faith. Remember, your faith can only take you as far as your vision allows. If your vision is small, your faith will be small. If your vision is limited, your faith will be limited. But if your vision is grand, if it's world-changing, if it's God-sized, then your faith will rise to meet it. Now, let's talk about the power of words. Your words are the expression of your faith. They are seeds that you plant in the soil of your life. What kind of seeds are you planting? Are you speaking words of doubt, fear, and limitation? Or are you speaking words of faith, courage, and possibility? Are you talking about your problems, or are you talking to your problems? Maximize faith speaks life. It declares victory before the battle has even begun. It calls things that are not as though they were. It speaks to mountains and commands them to move. From you tonight, has framed your words, align them with your faith. Speak as though your miracle has already happened. Talk about your dreams as if they're already reality. Use your words to create the future you want to see. But remember, maximize faith isn't just about you. It's not just about achieving your dreams or reaching your goals. Maximize faith is about making a difference in the world around you. Let me maximize your faith. You become a beacon of hope for others. You become living proof that the impossible is possible. It's about E. When you overcome that obstacle, you show others that they can overcome too. When you achieve that dream, you inspire others to dream bigger. When you persist through that challenge, you give others the courage to keep going. Your maximized faith has the power to transform not just your life, but the lives of everyone around you. It has the power to impact your family, your community, your nation, and even the world. So I ask you, are you ready to maximize your faith, not just for yourself, but for the sake of others? Are you ready to become a history maker, a world changer, a miracle worker? The world is waiting for you. It's crying out for people of maximized faith who will stand in the gap, who will believe for the impossible, who will call forth light in the midst of darkness. When you be one of those people, will you dare to maximize your faith? Now, let me give you some practical steps to start maximizing your faith. Clarify your faith goals. What are you believing for? What mountains do you need to move? Write them down. Make them clear and specific. Build your faith daily. Start your day with positive faith-building input. They need books that inspire you. Listen to the messages that encourage you. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and your vision. Speak faith-filled words. Yeah, pay attention to your self-talk and your conversations. Are they aligned with your faith? If not, change them. Speak life, speak victory, speak possibility. Big faith is by action. Remember, faith without works is dead. What steps can you take today towards your goals? What actions can you take that demonstrate your faith? Persist in faith. Commit to not giving up, no matter what. Decide in advance that you will keep believing, keep hoping, keep pushing until you see your miracle. Enrich your faith. Regularly step out of your comfort zone. Do things that scare you. Take risks. This is how your faith muscle grows. Celebrate faith victories. When you see your faith producing results, no matter how small, celebrate it. This reinforces your faith and encourages you to believe for even bigger things. Don't share your faith. Tell others about what you're believing for. Share your vision. This not only strengthens your own faith, but also inspires faith in others. Partner in faith. Find people who share your vision and believe in your dreams. Form faith partnerships. Together you can achieve more than you ever could alone. Rest in faith. Yes, maximizing your faith requires action, but it also requires rest. Take time to be still, to reflect, to recharge. This is where you often find the strength and inspiration to keep going. As we come to the close of our time together, I want to leave you with this thought. You are not here by accident. You are not a cosmic coincidence. You are a purposefully created being with a unique destiny to fulfill. The dreams in your heart, the visions in your mind, the passion in your soul. These are not random. They are divine seeds planted within you, waiting for the water of your maximized faith to bring them to life. You have been created for greatness. You have been designed for impact. You have been equipped for miracles. But none of this will become reality without maximized faith. Question is, will you rise to the challenge? Will you dare to believe beyond what you can see? Will you step out of the boat and walk on water? Will you speak to your mountains and command them to move? Will you persist even when everything seems hopeless? So the choice is yours. You can continue to live with minimized faith, settling for less than you were created for. Or you can choose to maximize your faith, to tap into the limitless power within you, to become all that you are destined to be. I believe in you. And I believe in the power within you. I believe that you can do all things through faith. But more importantly, the creator of the universe believes in you. He has invested his own image, his own breath, his own dreams in you. So stand tall, hold your head high. Square your shoulders. Take a deep breath and make the decision right now that from this day forward, you will no longer live with minimized faith. You will believe bigger, dream larger, and achieve greater than ever before. The world is waiting for you. Your destiny is calling. Your miracle is just one act of maximized faith away. Go forth. Be bold. Be courageous. Be faithful. And watch as the impossible becomes possible, as dreams become reality, as faith becomes. Remember, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. But when you maximize your faith, what is unseen becomes seen. What is hoped for becomes reality. This transformation from the unseen to the seen, from hope to reality, is not magic. It's not wishful thinking. It's the natural result of maximized faith in action. When you truly believe, when you align your thoughts, words, and actions with that belief, you set in motion forces that can reshape your world. Think about a seed. When you plant it in the ground, you can't see what's happening beneath the surface. But that seed contains within it the blueprint for an entire tree. It has the potential to grow, to flourish, to bear fruit. Faith is like that seed. It contains within it the blueprint for your dreams, your goals, your destiny. That's the crucial point. A seed needs the right conditions to grow. It needs water, sunlight, nutrients. In the same way, your faith needs the right conditions to maximize its potential. What are these conditions? Let's explore them together. First, your faith needs the water of constant affirmation. You must water your faith daily with positive, life-giving words. Speak to your faith. Nurture it with affirmations that align with your vision. If you're believing for healing, affirm I am whole and healthy. If you're believing for success in your business, declare my business is prospering and expanding. These affirmations aren't denial of current reality. They're declarations of the reality you're moving towards. So come on, your faith needs the sunlight of visualization. Spend time each day visualizing your desired outcome. See it clearly in your mind's eye. Engage all your senses in this visualization. If you are believing for a new home, see yourself walking through the front door. Feel the doorknob in your hand, smell the fresh paint. Hear the sound of your footsteps on the floor. The more vividly you can visualize, the more real it becomes to your subconscious mind, and the more powerfully your faith can work. Third, your faith needs the nutrients of knowledge and wisdom. Feed your faith with information that supports your vision. If you're believing for a healthier body, study nutrition and exercise. If you're believing for financial abundance, learn about money management and investment. Knowledge gives your faith a foundation to stand on. It transforms vague hopes into. But maximizing your faith isn't just about what you do in your personal time. It's about how you live your life every single day. It's about the choices you make, the attitude you adopt, the actions you take. When you maximize your faith, you become a different kind of person. You become someone who sees opportunities where others see obstacles. You become someone who finds solutions where others find excuses. You become someone who creates paths where others see dead ends. Let me give you an example. Imagine two people facing the same challenge. Let's say losing their job. The person with minimized faith might say, this is terrible. The economy is bad. There are no jobs out there. I'm doomed. But the person with maximized faith, this is an opportunity. I can finally start that business I've been dreaming of. Or I can use this time to learn new skills and make myself more valuable in the job market. Same situation, completely different responses. Why? Because maximized faith changes your perspective. It allows you to see beyond the immediate circumstances to the possibilities that lie ahead. But maximized faith isn't just about positive thinking. It's about positive doing. It's about taking bold, courageous action in line with your beliefs. Remember, faith without works is dead. So if you're believing for a better job, you don't just sit at home and wait for a phone call. You update your resume and you network. You learn new skills. You pound the pavement. Your actions demonstrate your faith. Now, let's talk about something that many people misunderstand about faith. Maximize faith doesn't mean you never face challenges or setbacks. In fact, when you step out in faith, you're likely to face more challenges, not fewer. Why? Because you're pushing beyond your comfort zone. You're disrupting the status quo. You're attempting things that seem impossible to others. Look, maximize faith gives you the strength and courage to face these challenges head on. It gives you resilience in the face of setbacks. It gives you perseverance when the going gets tough. Think about it this way. When you're driving a car at night, your headlights only illuminate a short distance in front of you. But you can make the entire journey that way, moving forward into the light as it appears. That's how maximized faith works. You may not see the entire path ahead, but you have faith that as you move forward, the way will become clear. Brings us to an important point. Maximized faith requires patience. In our instant gratification world, we often expect immediate results, but some seeds take longer to sprout than others. Some dreams take time to materialize. Maximized faith gives you the patience to wait, to persist, to keep believing even when you don't see immediate results. Remember the story of the Chinese bamboo tree. For the first 4 years after planting, you see no visible signs of growth. But in the 5th year, the tree suddenly shoots up 80 feet in just 6 weeks. Was the tree doing nothing for those first 4 years? No. It was developing a root system strong enough to support its rapid growth. Your faith is like that. Even when you don't see visible results, trust that your faith is developing strong roots that will support the manifestation of your dreams. Now, let's address a common misconception. Some people think that maximizing your faith means you become passive, just waiting for things to happen. Nothing could be further from the truth. Maximized faith is active, not passive. It's about co-creating with the divine, not sitting back and expecting everything to be handed to you. Think about Moses at the Red Sea. He didn't just stand there and expect the waters to part on their own. He had to stretch out his staff over the waters. He had to take action in line with his faith. And when he did, the miracle happened. The stuff has been placed in your hands. What actions is your faith calling you to take? Don't wait for everything to be perfect before you act. Step out in faith and watch the waters part before you. So another crucial aspect of maximized faith is your faith grows stronger when it's shared with others who believe in you and your vision. Surround yourself with faith-filled people. Share your dreams with them. Allow them to encourage you, to challenge you, to hold you accountable. Remember, iron sharpens iron. When you connect with others who are also maximizing their faith, you create a powerful synergy. You inspire each other. You support each other. You celebrate each other's victories and help each other. But be careful about who you share your dreams with. Not everyone will understand your vision. Not everyone will support your faith journey. Some may try to discourage you, to pull you back to their level of thinking. Guard your faith carefully. Share it with those who will nurture it, not those who will try to diminish it. As we near the end of our time together, I want to remind you of something crucial. Maximizing your faith is not a one-time event. It's not something you do once and then you're set for life. It's a daily choice, a moment-by-moment decision to believe, to trust, to act in line with your faith. Each day when you wake up, you have a choice. Will you live this day with maximized faith or minimized faith? Will you see the possibilities or focus on the problems? Will you speak words of faith or words of doubt? Will you take bold action or shrink back in fear? The choice is yours. And it's a choice you must make not just once, but over and over again. Every challenge is an opportunity to maximize your faith. Every setback is a chance to demonstrate your unshakable belief. Every obstacle is an invitation to prove the power of your faith. So I challenge you and us, make the decision right now that you will live with maximized faith. Not just today, not just this week, but every day for the rest of your life. Decide that you will nurture your faith, that you will guard it, that you will express it in every area of your life. Imagine what your life could look like a year from now if you lived every day with maximized faith. Imagine the mountains you could move, the seas you could part, the impossibilities you could turn into realities. That life is available to you. That power is within you. That potential is your birthright. That it all starts with a decision to no longer settle for minimized faith. A decision to step into the fullness of what you were created to be. A decision to believe beyond what you can see, to hope beyond what seems possible, to achieve beyond what others think you're capable of. Will you make that decision? Will you commit to maximizing your faith? The world is waiting for you. Your destiny is calling. Your moment is now. Step into it with maximized faith and watch as the unseen becomes seen, as your hopes become reality. Remember, you are more than a conqueror. You are destined for greatness. You are created to leave a mark on this world that cannot be erased. So go forth with maximized faith and fulfill the glorious purpose for which you were created. The best is not just yet to come. The best begins now with your decision to maximize your faith. Embrace it, live it, and prepare to be amazed at what your maximized faith can accomplish.